Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing one of my favourite styles of builds, which is a London townhouse. So I wanted to do this for a while because I have built quite a few London townhouses for my own personal Sims to play in, and it's one of my favourite styles of houses, and hopefully one day I can actually live in a London townhouse, whether it's in a flat or the whole house itself. So this house has, I think, 5 floors in the end. That includes a basement and an attic space as well, and it's got a foundation part at the front, which you can see me trying to fit in the stairs that go down to the basement. So there is an extra entrance, so if you did have anything like one of the houses I played in had their club entrance as the little outside entrance, or you could use it as a butler entrance if you wanted to, but it's kind of built on a small foundation, and then it's got a basement, it's got 3 normal floors, and then an attic space and a conservatory extension and a sort of room extension on the back as well. So this is putting in the roofing, and I actually forgot that this house needed an extra floor in until I added the windows in. So I was thinking like, why does this house look so short and wrong? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to add the extra flooring, because one of the fun things about building a townhouse is that you get to use all 3 wall heights in one build. So you have the bottom floor as the floor height, the second floor as the medium height, and then the top floor as the smallest height. So you get a gradual ceiling decrease as you go up, so you kind of feel like you're higher and higher into the rafters, and it gives you a nice effect. And it was quite hard to find some windows that matched with those 2 space ones, because they are always my go-to for making a townhouse. So I had to try and find some little windows that go on the top, because obviously I couldn't use the big ones. And the layout is downstairs. We've got a hallway and a staircase, which had to fit in with the foundation as well, so you can get to the basement and the upstairs. So that was quite fun. I haven't actually had to do that in a build so far, I think, so that was quite an interesting thing to do. And then there is a living room, a bathroom, sort of a study area that's the hallway between the kitchen, the living room and the bathroom. So there's like a little study nook type area, and then there's a L-shaped kitchen and conservatory bit that's smudged on the side. So that's using the laundry day windows and the get together skylights just to add in a little bit more natural light into the back part, because obviously these houses would be smushed together, so as if you can get as much light in as possible, then it is always a good thing. And the interior was quite actually easy in this build to get right. I think some of the rooms are a bit oversized, and I probably added in way too many bathrooms, because I think there's about 2 on each floor. And I also tried to make it like more realistic than normal by adding in actual places where the fireplaces would go. So there's actually a dedicated wall which has the same bricks as the outside as well, and they stick out and have the cats and dogs chimneys that fitted in perfectly, and tried to do the roof like an actual townhouse as well by using about 5 different roof pieces. So that was all good and fun. And I wanted to add a little room, a trim round, I think it was the Jungle Adventures one in the end, just to give it that little extra bit of detail on the outside, because it was looking a bit grey and a bit samey. So I wanted to add that little extra bit of detail. So just going around adding in the room layout, and I used the Jungle Adventure floorboards because I thought they would work perfectly in this build, and the Jungle Adventure tiles as well. So all the flooring is just Jungle Adventure mad, because they did give us some amazing flooring for this build. And the downstairs one does change when I actually change up the room space. So the kitchen has the bricks and sort of painted over bricks, and then sort of using the cats and dogs full height wood paneling, and then just some more basic wood paint, the paint with the trim. That's what I'm trying to say. I need to get my teeth in this morning. And then I used not this morning, it's the afternoon. I'm just so confused today. And then used I can't remember what I was going to say. The tiles from the Jungle Adventures as well for the bathrooms, because I think they are pretty amazing. So this is the living area. I put the TV on a slant so I could put it in the corner, so it maximized the space. And then we've got some full height bookshelves, and then just another little bookshelf in the corner there. And I have furnished this into my taste very much. I would happily live in this house if anyone could go and buy me a townhouse and renovated as it is here in The Sims. I would be very happy, and it'd probably cost you a lot of money as well. But all the colours and sort of the furniture and stuff are all to my taste. So this is kind of the first build where I've actually built it for myself, I think. So that's quite fun. And then I didn't know what to put in the corner, so I was like, yes, whip out that grand piano. There's nothing like taking up a load of space in a house than the grand piano. I did actually play it in this house as well after I'd built it, and forced one of the children to go and practice the piano, so they were poorly playing along in the living room with everyone else, sort of cringing and getting embarrassed and stuff. And then this is the little foyer entranceway. So we've got the laundry day coat hanger, and then we've got the cats and dogs leash, and the leash thing. So I did add in some pet stuff, because obviously if you're having a family and stuff, you can add in a pet for your household. So I kind of put in stuff for cats and for dogs. So there's a litter tray in the downstairs bathroom. And then this is the little study nook area. So it's got the parenthood curfew board and stuff, and then just a little desk with a slablet and just a few decorative items. And then this is the kitchen area. So we're using the Jungle Adventure cabinets, which work really well in this, with the painted over bricks and the grey bricks and that cream kind of playing off that. So it's quite a nice clean sort of kitchen. There's not too much clutter in it. I kind of do use one of the trestle tables from Cats and Dogs to add in a bit more clutter when I make the island area, because I thought the dining table is also in the kitchen in the extension, the conservatory part. So I kind of thought that adding an island in would be quite a fun way to add some space. And then there's some pet stuff. So you've got a feeder and a pet bed as well. So this is the little island area. And I also remembered to add in some bins as well, because sometimes I always forget. So I added in a lot of greenery into the kitchen and around this house as well, because obviously you do need some greenery to liven up the place a bit, and just adding in the clutter items and some pet treats as well, because obviously you've got to treat those pets. And I think the dining table was using the jungle. I keep using all the Jungle Adventure stuff. You can tell how good that pack was for using it in everyday situations, because I am constantly using it, and I know a lot of other simmers out there are using that too. And then in the conservatory bit, I tried to add some sort of more traditional conservatory greenery, if that makes any sense. And I also added in a little seating area so you could go sit and read, and then added in some shelves that are kind of using the move objects cheat to add them into the conservatory part to make it actually a usable space, because I don't know why they didn't make that actual shelf so we could actually put stuff on, because that would have made it a bit easier. And then this is the bathroom, so we are using a lot of Jungle Adventure stuff. What a surprise! It should be literally just London Townhouse Jungle Adventure. But I did add in some laundry, most of the laundry day stuff as well. And then when we get to the basement, you'll be able to see the little laundry room that I make for this build. So this is the master bedroom. We're going with my favorite color, blue, in here. It's such a nice blue. This bedroom is quite plain. It's quite, well, kind of just a calming space compared to the rest of the house. It's just picking up on some of the more neutral tones and just bringing in the blue and stuff for the bedroom. There was a new part of my town actually opened up at the weekend. Well, it wasn't the weekend, it was like during the week, but I couldn't get in. But they had this new furniture shop, and I went in and I was like, I want to buy literally everything. It's all like, so most of the stuff's like either really old maps and sort of the old Victorian illustrations for plants and stuff, or it's like Asian inspired stuff. And I was just like, I literally wanted this all, but it is all really way too much. It's like most of the stuff is like into the thousands, and I was just like, why are you so expensive? And then this is the nursery, so I thought that this house would be perfect if you're playing with your Sims over the course of their entire life, because it's quite a big house, so you could probably have probably 3 or 4 generations in this house if you wanted to. So this is a little nursery, and then we've got a toddler bed as well for when you get annoyed with the baby and age it up like I always do. I'm just like, oh, we have a few days having the normal baby, and then we'll go to toddler because having the baby is not a fun stage of the lifespan of a sim, because it doesn't do much. And then in all the like hallways where the staircases are, I kind of alluded to the fact that one of the Sims, or a few of the Sims, may have gone to the jungle at some point in their lives, maybe on a gap year, or have gone off as part of their work. So it's full of old pots and old bits of clutter and all exotic things that they might have picked up on their travels. And then this is the kids' bedroom upstairs, so we're going with a bit of a nautical theme by using the little boat wallpaper. And I also put a pet bed and a toy box up there for the dog or the cat, so if it was the child's cat or dog, then they could kind of stay with them. And then added in a castle and a dragon as well, because of course you need that as a child. I also added in some scratches as well on the wall, kind of as though there've been rough housing or something in the bedroom, and it's all very cluttered and full of like stuff that they like and some of the stuff that they've made as well. So then this is the guest bedroom, which can easily be changed into a teen bedroom or whatever stage sim that you wanted to add extra into this build. And I also put a few of the cracks about as well, kind of on the bricks, just to say that it's quite an old building. So this is very neutral, very plain, kind of just added in the base, like the minimum stuff that you would need for a sim to stay over or just have. So it's a bit more subdued to the rest of the house, but it is the guest bedroom. And then this is the archaeology room, because I was like, yes, we need an archaeology room. And I think that paper, the new wallpaper that we got in the update, I think, and I was just like, oh my god, this is perfect for an archaeology, or if you're doing the detective career or something like that, that'd be perfect for your own little space. So I'm just filling up this room with all the stuff that they may have found on their archaeological adventures. And we've got stuff for you to display your stuff, and we've got some of the walls sort of carvings, and it kind of set up so if he or she was sort of their own leader of a team, maybe you've got a club that they kind of go off and do adventuring and bring back all the stuff, and this is kind of their meeting area, or he goes off, or they go off and do work for clients to get different artifacts from the different temples. So it's kind of set up for a few different things, and I made sure to put some skylights in as well, so there is some natural light that gets down into the basement. And using the cats and dogs sort of, they're in the harbour and stuff, to the crates and stuff, just to add in, like they've come back on a trip recently and added, sort of not unpacked. So then we've got a gym and sort of a rec room that has all the fun stuff like the foosball table and the chess table. So if you did have, this could be a massive cool club area. And then this is the little laundry room, so this also has a shower and bath combo and a toilet as well, so you don't have to run all the way upstairs if your sim needs the bathroom. And we've got a gym and just a woodworking table and a little, what are they called, aquariums. I always forget what everything is called when I come to recording. It's like as soon as I hit record, it's just like you forget everything about the Sims. What is the Sims? What is this? And then this is a tiny little back garden, because obviously there is not too much space to have a massive back garden in London, in some spaces anyway. So there is an outdoor bin, a washing line and a toddler slide, and then just going around adding in the lighting. I do actually change the roof area in a minute. Here we are putting in the attic, because I kind of wanted to do this. I was like, had mulling over the build, I'd finished it kind of a few days later. I thought, oh, it'd be really cool if I added in like a loft area. So we've got a little extension onto the roof, so I've put in a art studio, because I thought that would be great for taking in all the natural light that you can get up there, and using some full height windows. And I also add in a little still life sort of setup using one of the drapes, the ceiling hanging drapes from City Living, and the laundry day sort of setup, and one of the lights from the Get Together pack, just to set up a little still life. So if you want to do any painting from reference, then you have got that as well. And it's supposed to kind of represent a photography studio as well, one that's a bit smaller, so there's a little camera and another woodworking bench as well. And then in the other rooms you can always adapt them for your growing sim family, but at the moment it's kind of just got some of the crates and sort of miscellaneous items that they kind of had nowhere else to store. I don't know why we kept getting a lighting glitch when I put them in. And then this is just finishing off the outside, making it look all lovely, and adding in greenery and drain pipes, of course, because it's gonna rain, because it's London. And then adding in a red post box, because there's nothing like a red post box here in Britain. So here are the screenshots of the layout of the house, and I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and and if you'd like to see any more, I forgot my outro there. If you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.